What is going on, Summoners? We're back here today with another Champion Deep Dive. Today, we're talking about Bastion. So, sit back and relax, because it's time to get into it. Bastion enters the contest with an evolved Sentinel body, providing him 100% resistance against bleed and poison effects. This also ensures his regen rate can't be reduced by poison. When inflicted with the bleed, poison, or crush effect, Bastion gains a 10-second self-repair buff, healing 8% of his missing health, or 3% of his max health, whichever is greater. This maxes out at 2 stacks. Bastion also starts each fight with an indefinite armor-up passive. If this ends for any reason, it returns after 14 seconds. And while this is active, Bastion can trigger the parry mastery against non-contact attacks, and when his block is broken due to unblockable or crush, he gains an auto-repair passive for 2 seconds, instantly regenerating 85% of all non-special 3 damage taken, paused during specials with a cooldown of 24 seconds. Now, Bastion inflicts techno-mechanical virus charges in different ways throughout the fight. When either champion strikes with a medium attack, he inflicts 2. A light attack strike inflicts 1. He inflicts 2 when performing a well-timed block, and 1 when hitting his opponent's block with his first medium or light attack. As a defender, when Bastion's opponent activates a special attack, his charges are removed, scaling with the amount of power used in the special. Each virus charge decreases the offensive and defensive ability accuracy of the opponent's personal non-instant energy damaging effects and daunted debuffs by -5% flat, down to -40% or -60% against mutants. Whenever a non-instant energy damaging effect fails due to ability accuracy reduction, he inflicts a 16% disintegration vulnerability passive for 28 seconds. This potency is doubled against mutant champions. Now, when the opponent is inflicted with 30 virus charges, they're inflicted with an indefinite techno-mechanical infection. While this is active, virus charges begin expiring 1 at a time, paused during specials. And when dropping below 15 charges, infection is removed. While the infection is active, Bastion's opponent has their attack rating decreased by 35%. And they're inflicted with the Power Reroute passive. Power Reroute grants increased combat power rate based on how much the opponent's combat power rate is decreased by. For each rank in the Collar Tech Mastery, this is increased by 3%. Furthermore, the first hit of his heavy attack cannot be evaded, and grants a non-stacking pursuit passive for 10 seconds. 16 against mutants. And the second hit inflicts a non-stacking 30% disintegration passive for 16 seconds. Oh yeah, and equipping him with the Sentinel relic increases the potency of personal disintegration effects by 10%, which also is doubled when fighting mutants. Now, let's check out his special attacks. Each beam hit on the Special 1 inflicts an instant 10% disintegration. As a defender, this damage is halved, and scales with base attack only. If infection is active, for each personal disintegration effect on the opponent, he inflicts another instant disintegration. With the Special 2, on activation, Bastion's Inner Turmoil grants him a Fury passive for 28 seconds, maxing out at 2 stacks. And if infection is active, he gains 2. The Special 3! At the end of this attack, he inflicts a 20% disintegration debuff for 40 seconds. Now, let's check out his signature ability. When awakened, his offensive and defensive ability accuracy reduction is expanded to affect non-personal effects. Additionally, his Fury potency is increased by up to 30%. And against mutants, whenever the opponent gains a regen or prowess effect, all of his personal abilities are paused for up to 1.2 seconds. Now, let's take him out for a spin in the champion rotation. To begin, perform a heavy to inflict your disintegration passive. Strike the opponent and start building your techno-mechanical virus charges. These will build naturally, so just focus on fighting normally. Once you reach 30, you'll inflict your techno-mechanical infection. Make your way up to about 2.5 bars of power, and then launch to gain both of your fury passives. After this, build to special 1 and cancel your heavy after the second hit to inflict your disintegration and burst the opponent down with instant disintegrations. Now, this burst is increased for each personal disintegration on the opponent. So, in a longer fight, you can launch your special 3 to inflict your lengthy disintegration debuff. And don't forget, whenever a non-instant energy damaging effect fails due to his infection, he inflicts his disintegration vulnerability passive. And his self-repair buff is extremely useful for countering bleed, poison, and crush effects. And hey, that pursuit passive on his heavy attack is great for countering those pesky evaders. So, don't let any slippery mutant champions mess up your loot. Activate that pursuit and disintegrate all in your path. Thank you for watching this champion deep dive for Bastion. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the battle realm.